The Joe Rogan Experience.
And also the impact that we're having. I know this is not sustainable for people to not work and stay home for months. It's not sustainable. I'm well aware.
No.
But it's also amazing for the earth.
Oh.
If you look at this, the pictures they've taken about the sky above LA.
I mean, I went on a hike early on. I could see all the way to like Pasadena.
It smells different.
It does. It doesn't smell like butt and gasoline.
It doesn't smell. It doesn't smell like you're being poisoned by a little bit, and you are. It's not the same as smoking. It's not the same as smoking, but it's right next door.
And that environmental stress, that constant exposure to environmental stress, I mean, that affects your mood. That affects your health.
We've got to all move out into the rural area and ruin that. That's what we got to do. We got to ruin that and
Where
turn it
the
into
fuck are we
this.
going to go? Where are we going to go? We got to go on another planet with Biden and L. Ron Hubbard.
People in South Dakota right now are going, stay out of here. Get out.
People in Arizona are like,
fuck. I know.
Arizona's going to be the new LA. I mean, we're all going to have to move there.
Arizona, you can have a gun. It's easy to get a gun.
Cheap house.
Yeah, cheap house.
You just have to watch out for the cactus that shoot needles at you.
You're literally living inside of Satan's dick for 3 months out of the year, though.
Yeah.
For 3 months out of the year, it's 145,000 degrees.
It's a brutal existence. People aren't meant to live in the desert. Everything's dry, crispy, and trying to kill you. You ever hear the noises at night? It's like, what was that creature?
Coyotes and rattlesnakes, and occasionally they have jaguars. You know, that's one of the rare places in North America outside of Mexico that we occasionally see jaguars.
Wow.
Yeah, they have jaguars that have been spotted on trail cams. And the biologists, these wildlife biologists, watch it very carefully because there's never been a really strong, at least there's no real history of a really strong supply of jaguars in this country. It's primarily a Central and South American animal as well as a Mexican animal.
Is it something that got loose from Joe Exotic's park?
No, it's a real fucking jaguar that made its way from Mexico.
I mean, its habitat is like just deteriorating, and it's cruising around Arizona. That's wild.
It picked a shit spot. Like the fucking imagine being a jaguar and you're dealing with the drug trade. Like you think you're the number one problem, and then there's these cartels that are sneaking in coke and just fucking shooting at you. You're like, shit, I thought I was running things out here.
And then you got a cousin who's like a cousin jaguar who lives up in Oregon. He's like, bro, you got to come up here. There's so many trees. It's nice. You can breathe.
Look at this motherfucker wandering around.
I think I have that tattooed on me.
So see the skin down there in the middle side where they're looking at, they found out that this one jaguar that they had been spotting on trail cameras had been killed in Mexico.
And what turned into a fucking rug?
They turned him into a rug, yeah.
How do you feel about that as somebody who hunts all these like
oh my God, look at the teeth.
I know.
Open that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
Holy shit, that's insane.
That's what women see right before men go down on them.
Oh my God.
That's what it looks like.
Dude, that picture is amazing.
That's beautiful. You should frame that shit.
I need that picture
The
in
colors.
my office, right? Jamie, we need it on metal.
That's beautiful.
Get that, please. Take a screenshot right now. Find that. That needs to be in the studio.
Stumbled across it.
It looks like it's in a habitat, though.
Don't lose it.
It looks like it's in an enclosure.
That is probably a Republican website. Look, Jaguars are returning to southern Arizona. You see it biting.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that fucker.
But it's in an encampment.
Yeah, that's in a zoo. But just still, look at the size of that fucker.
Look at this lady.
They're like 200 pounds. Those fucking cats. They're big. Yeah, they're big.
They're solo hunters, right?
Well, when you trip balls, apparently in the Amazon, when the guys do ayahuasca in the Amazon, they see jaguars.
Like a jaguar entity comes to you?
Yeah. You see like jaguar spirits.
You need to get away out of your own shelf.
I just think...
I don't know why it was...
I don't know why you did that voice. But I think there was a really interesting theory about why that is. And the theory is that the more people take a psychedelic drug, the more their experience and who they are becomes a part of the psychedelic experience for the next person.
Whoa, it goes back to that consciousness.
Right. So when these people are tripping on ayahuasca in a place where they've been tripping on ayahuasca for 10,000 years, they see things that these people who've tripped before them were terrified of, like snakes, and jaguars, and fucking dragons that come from the sky.
Have you done ayahuasca?
Only done DMT, which is the chemical version of ayahuasca. I haven't done.
So it's like synthetic.
You don't throw up and you don't shit your pants, and it only lasts 20 minutes.
Well, that's not fun. I want to shart and not have to explain myself.
I'm very interested in doing it. I would have to carve away the time to get ready for it, and also make sure I'm doing it with someone who's a reputable person. It's just, and then the problem is that it's not legal. So
it should be legal. I have a friend who's really working on
But I mean,
that.
it's not legal, so you never know what you're getting. You have to get through word of mouth You know, you have to trust people.
It's always sketchy.
It's always sketchy. Whenever you're dealing with anything, whether it's mushrooms or any LSD, if
anything that
someone's
affects the
offering,
brain.
if someone's offering you some incredibly potent thing, and you don't have a chain of command, you don't have a lab this came from, you don't know, like when you get into the world of psychedelic drugs, it becomes very fucking weird.
You have to tread lightly.
You have
to tread very, very lightly. There's no FDA.
There's no FDA.
There's no FDA
yes.
for it, and so you're right. You're dependent upon these people who are doing these journeys and trips in their homes. My friend Jackie Stang has a really cool psychedelic platform. I think it's called Meetdelic, and she promotes healthy ways to have a journey. And the one thing she says, because I've talked to her about it, and I'm like, I want to do it, but I'm scared. She always says safety first. Like, it's so important to be safe.
You need a
sitter, and the environment needs, like you said, the environment needs to be right. I've never done it, but I would only go off of someone like that who is like, knows the step.